Good evening, everybody. Happy Friday night. It's Mike here, Flying V Cards and Breaks. We have something exciting on tap for tonight. I know a lot of people have been itching and waiting for this to come in. We have our group submission number 4 for the MNT grading that we did. This was sent in towards, I think, was it mid-March? Mid-March we sent this in. So it's been a little bit over 2 months here for this to come back to us, but it is here and we're going to bust these all open. It is going to be exciting. Lots of different people sent in cards for this submission. So I'm just going to tag a few people on the Facebook side here who did send in cards so that they can see this, whether they're live or watching a little bit later. So, all right. So just give me a moment here as we do the tags. All right. Hey, how are you tonight, Mike? Oh, Justin. Yeah, last I saw was 2-0 on that Habs game. I don't know. That was before I left. I was having a workout. That was what I saw at the gym on the TV screen there. So I'm just based off your comment, Justin. It probably wasn't good, or it hasn't been good. All right, so oh, 4-1 now. Ouch. Yeah, the Habs needed to win this one. Otherwise, it's pretty much over. Obviously, crazier things have happened, but coming down from that far back is a tough one. All right, who else do we got here? Let's check in a couple names here. All right, should have pretty much everybody here. Let me double check. All right, I think I got everybody. All right. Hey, how are you? Reptifin, watching on the YouTube side. All right, so again, this is grading submission number 4. All right, so a lot of different people sent in cards here. I think I've tagged everybody on the Facebook side who's in the Facebook group. So we are going to just start, okay? We're going to start opening a couple of these. 1 second, let me grab my knife here to bust these open, and then we'll start showing the grades. I am stoked. I do have personal cards in this one as well. I will be saving mine till the very end. And Mike DeMarco has the majority, so we will do yours towards the end as well. So we'll do all the smaller ones towards the end here, or sorry, towards the beginning, and then we'll do the bigger packages towards the end here. All right, so we're going to start things off with Michael Pelech. Michael Pelech. I like this. MNT has changed the way they send these, so this is really nice. They've sent them each individually wrapped here. In the past, they were just kind of in the box in the order that I submitted them, but this will make things much easier for me on my end here. So, Michael, good luck. We are going to start things off for you. All right. Okay, and let's see. So, he submitted a Ryan Kessler O-Pee-Chee. Ryan Kessler O-Pee-Chee, blue cubes, 84 out of 99. 84 out of 99. All right. Here you go. Good luck, buddy. And we have 9.5. Just a second here. I'm just going to... 9.5 for you, sir. Not bad. 9.5 on everything except for the surface, which ended up coming in at a 9. So not bad. 9.5. Ryan Kessler. Not bad, Michael. All right, where are we going to go next? We're going to go next to Aaron Fear. All right, Aaron, you are up next, sir. I think this was another single card submission, if I'm not mistaken. So, Aaron, good luck, sir. And he submitted a Philip Kurashev French Young Gun. Philip Kurashev French Young Gun. Good luck, Aaron. Here we go, buddy. Come on, come on, come on, big. A 9. Coming in with a 9. 9.5 on the corners, and everything else is a 9. Edges, centering, and surface. All a 9. Philip Kurashev French Young Gun. So hoping we keep the 9.5 streak going here, or obviously get a 10. That would be the most ideal. Next up here, let's see. Let's do Justin B. I believe this is Justin Belanger, I believe, with this one. And we have a Young Gun canvas of Bowen Byram. Young Gun canvas, Bowen Byram. Good luck, Justin. Come on, big one, big one, big one, big one. Nice. 9.5. Bowen Byram, Young Gun canvas. So 9.5 on everything but the centering. Very nice. Bowen Byram, Young Gun canvas. Nice one there. Congrats. All right, next up, where are we going to go? Let's go to another really small one. What do we got here? We have one for Jared. Jared Ray. If I recall correctly, Jared submitted a Charizard. I think it was a Charizard VMAX. You can see Pokemon. Come on. I have seen some 10s from MNT for Pokemon. Are we going to get another one? It's going to be a 9.5. Still very nice. We did get a 10 there on the surface. So 9.5 on the edges, on the corners, a 10 on the surface, and a 9 on the centering. Not bad. 9.5. Charizard VMAX. Congrats there, Jared. Not bad, sir. Yeah. All right, where are we going next here? Let's do another small one. Justin DeSormo. Justin also sending in a Pokemon. I believe this was a Lapras. Lapras for Justin. Good luck, buddy. I know you've been waiting for this one for a while. Let's see what we got for you. Come on, let's be a big one. Nice. Another 9.5. Lapras VMAX, 9.5. 10 on the surface. 9.5 on the corners and the edges, and a 9 on the centering. Not bad, Justin. 9.5. Lapras VMAX. Not bad. So just so everyone knows, I am accepting submissions now for the next one. Okay, so the next submission. So people can begin sending in your cards. Or if you hit something with me in a group break that you'd like submitted, just let me know. All right, where are we going next? Let's do another small one here. The small ones. We got Glenn Farnham. Glenn submitted, if I recall correctly, a Jack Eichel Young Gun. See what we got, Glenn. Good luck, sir. And it's a 9. So 8.5 on the edging. The edging was the one that brought that one down. 9.5 on the surface, 9.5 on the centering, and a 9 on the corners. Unfortunately, a 9 overall Jack Eichel Young Gun. So nothing below a 9 yet, which is good. We don't want anything below a 9. I was hoping to at least get a 9.5 again on that Eichel for you. All right, where are we going next? Win on Dita. I don't quite recall what was submitted, but I think it was also Pokemon. Yes, sir. He might have had the Charizard VMAX as well. Come on, let's see what we got. And, oh, no, it says Suicune. 9.5 on the reverse holo Pokemon. So 9.5 on everything except the edges, which the edges got a 9. So nice one there. 9.5 on the Pokemon. Not bad win. All right, who's up next? Let's do a couple more small ones. We'll move over to Zach Whalen. Zach, buddy, good luck, sir. I think we got 2 cards for you. This one feels a little bit thicker. Yep, 2 cards in here. So we had let's start there. A French Young Gun of Dylan Coghlan. French Young Gun, Dylan Coghlan. Good luck, sir. What do we got? We got a 9. So 9 on everything except the corners, which ended up getting a 9.5. So a little bit of a tougher submission this time around. Last time we had mostly everything was 9.5. So a few more 9s making appearances in this one. The French Dylan Coghlan 9. And one more for you, the big one, the Alexis Lafreniere Young Guns. Alexis Lafreniere Young Guns. Come on, let's see if we can at least get a 9.5 on this one for you. Another 9. So again, 9s on the edges, the centering, the corners, and a 9.5 on the 9.5 on the surface. So, hey, Robert, how are you, sir? Just so you know, Robert, this is not your submission. You were in submission number 5 and number 6. I did go back and look. This was sent out in early March. So 9s on the Lafreniere and the Dylan Coghlan for Zach. All right, who are we going with next? Let's do a couple more small ones here. Nick DeVille with the Ice Mario Lemieux. Auto. So this was a Glacial Graphs Mario Lemieux. So a good start. We got a 10 on the auto. 10 auto. No, that one was the submission number 6, Brendan. So Glacial Graphs, 10 on the auto. And what do we got on the main? An 8.5. 8.5. Beautiful card. 2 out of 5, Mario Lemieux. And this is very common with these cards. The surface. The surface is also always a tough grade on these. So we had a 9.5 on the centering. The edges were a 10, pristine. 9.5 on corners, but the surface got a 7.5. If it wouldn't have been for a 7.5, so 8.5, Nick. Beautiful card, buddy. But yeah, the surface is what makes those glacial graph cards, those acetate ones, very, very tough. I was going to submit my Ovi that I have, but I looked at the surface as well, and it just didn't seem like the right thing to do. All right, next up, we got Ryan Shimabaku. I believe that is in submission number 5, Chris. Submission number 5. So we had 2 cards submitted for Ryan Shimabaku. Let's start with the hockey one, a little bit of a different one here. A Chris Pronger second-year card, SP, Chris Pronger. And that one got an 8.5. So 9.5 on the centering and the surface, 9 on the corners, and an 8 on the edges. Chris Pronger, second-year card. I know you said this is a PC one, so you didn't really mind the grade. Next up, we have a Lewis Robert. I'm hoping this one comes in big. Lewis Robert. Come on, be a big one. It's going to be a 9. Lewis Robert, Topps Holiday rookie. I have not heard that. No, Zach. So 9 on the corners, edges, and 8.5, and then 9.5 on the surface and the centering. Sorry, Ryan. Was hoping for at least 9.5 there. Lewis Robert coming in with a 9. You'll have to send me some more info on that, Zach. Because I do have some that would be nice to submit. All right, let's do another small one. Corey. Good luck, Corey. Corey Cheng up next. And Corey submitted 2 cards. A Scotty Bowman. I believe this is a Scotty Bowman rookie. Might be wrong. All right. We got Scotty Bowman. What do we got? A 4.5 O-Pee-Chee Scotty Bowman. So a surface was an 8. The centering was an 8. Edges 4.5. And the corners a 4. Nice card, though. Scotty Bowman, 4.5. Yes, Win. I already did your Pokemon, Win. I already did that one. Next up, we have a Connor McDavid Trilogy Rookie. Trilogy Rookie, Connor McDavid. And, an 8.5, Corey. 8.5. Corners, an 8.5. Edges, an 8. Surface, a 9. And the centering, a 9.5. Connor McDavid. Was hoping at least a 9 for that one. But 8.5. 1 second, Win. I can pop it up again for you. Let me see if I can have easy access to yours, Win. If I do, I will show that again. Here you go, Win. Pretty solid grade, buddy. 9.5 on the Pokemon. 9.5 on everything but the edges, which came in at a 9. All right, another small one here. Next up, Jerome. Up next with 2 submissions. Bowen Byram and a Jake Edinger Young Gun Canvas. All right, here we go. Bowen Byram. Good luck. Jerome. 9. Surface, 8.5. Ouch. 8.5 on the surface. 9.5 on the centering, 9 on the edges, and 9 on the centering. So a 9 on the Bowen Byram. And I'm noticing something here that I did not see originally. Now this is going to be hard to prove. Do you guys see that? I'm not sure if you can see it with the glare, but right here on the center of his chest, it appears there's like a dot. It almost looks like something was sitting on the card. You guys see that? That must be what caused that surface to go down to an 8.5. And I swear to God, I did not notice that. I don't think I noticed that when we submitted it, unless I forgot, but I would have let you know, because that's pretty obvious there. But yeah, you can see there's like a dot on the middle just above his the crest. That's what caused that one to be a 9. Yeah, they will sleeve them. You can request that. I like to request it with the sleeves. That way the card doesn't move around inside the case. All right, well, let's see what Jake Edinger, Young Gun Canvas, can do for us. Come on. Minimum 9.5. Come on. Yeah, there we go. 9.5. Young Gun Canvas. So you got everything 9.5 except the surface, which ended up being a 9. So the surface ended up being a 9, everything else 9.5. So at least a nice one there on the Jake Edinger Young Gun Canvas. There you go, all right. Jerome, a little bit better there. All right, what else do we got here that's small? Probably the next smallest is Ryan Horner. Ryan Horner up next. All right, we're going to start things off with a Brock Besser Artifacts rookie. Brock Besser Artifacts rookie. Good luck, Ryan. 9. 9.5 on the surface, and a 9 on the corners and centering, and an 8.5 on the edges. Yes, they will slab them with a sleeve. $140 out of $9.99. Brock Besser Artifacts rookie. What do we got next? We got a Bo Horvat. Bo Horvat auto. And the auto got a 10, so that's good. Autograph a 10. And nice. 9.5 on the Bo Horvat rookie O-Pee-Chee Platinum auto. Very nice. So everything 9.5 except the surface, which came in at a 9. Here's a nice one. Bo Horvat, Platinum Rookie Auto, 9.5. Very nice. Next up, we have the Nathan McKinnon Panini Score Rookie. Panini Score, Nathan McKinnon. And it's coming in at a 9. So the reason this card only got a 9 was because everything was 9.5 except the edges Edges were a 8.5. Hot rookies, Nathan McKinnon. Score rookie. So not too bad. Hot rookies, Nathan McKinnon. And we have a Marcus Naslund Upper Deck rookie. Come on, let's be a big one. I'm a big fan of Marcus Naslund. Let's get you. Oh, nice. 9.5 on the Marcus Naslund. Everything was 9.5 except the edges, which came in at a 9. World Junior, Sweden, Marcus Naslund, 9.5. That's a good grade. Those upper deck cards are tough, I find, to get more than a 9. So a nice one there. Marcus Naslund, 9.5. Very nice. All right. Next up, Brandon Koch. Let's see what we got for you. The biggest Danton Heinen collector that I know. So good luck, Brandon. So we're going to start it off with a Young Gun canvas. Young Gun canvas for Danton Heinen. No 10s yet. Danton Heinen. Nice. Wow. Oh, buddy. Check that out. That is our best graded card so far. 10 on the corners, 10 on the surface, edges and centering, 9.5. One more 10 and you would have had yourself a 10, buddy. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. 9.5. So close. So close. Next up, well, again, these are tough ones. The ice scripts. The ice scripts. And we're coming in with another 8.5. That's the same that the Mario Lemieux got, 8.5. And as you can see, card is in pristine, really good condition, 9.5 on everything but the surface, which came in at a 7.5. So those ice cards, the glacial graphs, the perb scripts, the surface is what really, really makes those ones a tough grade. 8.5. Next up, we have another Danton Heinen. This is a regular Young Gun, I believe. Or, no, this is a silver foil, I think. Silver foil. And it's coming in at a 9.5. Very nice. 9.5 across the board. Not a single 9 on that. Silver foil, Danton Heinen Young Guns. Very nice, Brandon. 9.5 across the board. And finally, I think we have a clear cut Young Gun for Danton Heinen. Clear cut. Come on. Nice. Another 9.5. Man. Very, very nice. Another 10. So your corners got a 10. Edges were a 9. Centering 9.5. And the surface a 9.5. So again, a very nice grade, 9.5 on the Danton Heinen. Brandon, I'd say your 3 cards there, probably our best grades overall with a couple of the 10s. I think Heinen is in Anaheim now. I think he's in Anaheim. All right, next up, we got Tyler Froelich. You submitted 4, Brandon. You submitted 4. We have the 9.5 clear cut, 9.5 silver foil, 8.5 Superb Scripts and the 9.5 Young Gun Canvas, which almost got you a 10, buddy. 2 10s and 2 9.5s. That is our highest graded card right now so far, that Heinen Young Gun Canvas. Our biggest grade. So next up, in my honest opinion, Edwin, I would certainly go MNT over those other ones, in my opinion. The slabs, just to begin with, the slabs are so much better. So Tyler, first up, we have the Sidney Crosby Victory Rookie. Sidney Crosby Victory Rookie. And it's coming in, ouch, 9.5. The centering is what killed this one. So everything was 9.5, but the centering, which came in at an 8. The 8. So again, if anyone's interested in submitting, the next submission will go in August, and it will be 32 per card, okay? 32 per card. Price has been reduced a little bit. 32 per card for the 30-day business day submission. So 8.5 on the Crosby. Next up, we have a Roy Halladay. I think this is a Roy Halladay rookie. Roy Halladay, and it's coming in at an 8.5. So the corners were an 8, surface a 9, edges 8.5, and centering a 9. That does include standard shipping, yes. So 8.5, Roy Halladay, Bowman rookie. I believe that's his rookie, or at least second season. And that's included. I will do standard shipping to the US as well. Next up, we have another. I think this is another one for Roy Halladay. Another 8.5. This is a rookie. So Upper Deck rookie, 1999. So 9.5 on the surface. And the centering, edges a 9, and the corners were an 8 on this one. Roy Halladay, another 8.5. And, okay, Morgan Riley, Young Guns Exclusives. A big, big card here, Young Gun Exclusives. Morgan Riley coming in at a 9, 97 out of 100. So everything was a 9 except the edges, which came in at an 8.5. 97 out of 100. So the edges or the 8.5. UD exclusives, Morgan Riley. All right, next up, we got Dustin Wilson. Dustin Wilson is up next. Good luck, buddy. Dustin Wilson. All right, starting us off, we have Akata Hot. Carter Hart Young Guns. Carter Hart Young Guns. And it is coming in at a 9. 9.5 on the centering, on the surface, and a 9 on the corners, and an 8.5 on the edging. Hey, Tyler, how are you, sir? Young Guns, Carter Hart. Let's get rid of this one. All right, next up, we got a Quinn Hughes Young Guns. Quinn Hughes Young Guns. You know what? I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I wouldn't say MNT is on par with Beckett and PSA. No. PSA and Beckett have the market share, but what I think MNT has going in their favor is They're consistent. They grade very hard. The slabs are beautiful. They're very reasonably priced. I think that over time, MNT's value will continue to go up. Yes, Stephen. Aaron put in a Khrushchev Young Gun French. So Quinn Hughes Young Guns. Nice. 9.5. There you go, John. That's a little more like it. 9.5 on everything except the edges. Quinn Hughes. Next up, we got a Stammer. Steven Stamkos Young Guns. Steven Stamkos Young Guns. And this one's coming in at an 8.5. Stamkos, 8.5. So surface was a 9.5. Centering a 9, 8.5 on the edges, and an 8.5 on the corners. Steven Stamkos, 8.5. That's a tough one there. 8.5. Next up, we got a Phil Kessel. Phil Kessel Young Gun, and that one's an 8. Ouch. That out of the regular ones, that is our, outside of vintage, that is our lowest grade so far. Surface, 8.5. Corner is 7.5. 9.5 on the edges, and a 9 on the centering. 9 on the centering. That's a tough one. 8 on the Kessel. Tough one there. Next up, we have a Joe Sakic O-Pee-Chee rookie. Joe Sakic O-Pee-Chee rookie. And that's coming in a 9. 9 on the O-Pee-Chee. They got 9 on everything. So everything being a 9 on the Joe Sakic O-Pee-Chee rookie. For the vintage cards, that's a solid grade. 9 on the Joe Sakic. And next up, we got a Cale Makar. Cale Makar coming in at a 9. 9 on the corners. Edges, 8.5. Centering and surface, 9.5. Cale Makar, Young Guns. And next up, we got an Obsidian Scripts Cale Makar. So a 9 on the auto. 9 on the auto. And again, these cards are very tough. Very, very tough with the surface. And we got an 8. Cale Makar, Obsidian Scripts, an 8. As you can see again, yeah, the surface, it was an 8, centering a 9, edges 9, and corners an 8. On the Cale Makar Obsidian Scripts. Tough one there. A few tough ones there. Sorry, John. I was hoping for better for you. All right, who's next? All right, next up, well, we got some more for John. We'll keep her going for John here. Just a sec. Just give me 1 second here. I just thought I saw a message come in. All right. So next up for you, John, we got you the Alexis Lafreniere. Alexis Lafreniere, Young Guns. And what do we got? There we go. That's a little bit more like it. 9.5s across the board. Alexis Lafreniere. 9.5 across the board. Young Guns. Laffy. Here's a nice one, John. Next up, we got baseball. We have a Randy Arozarena. Randy Arozarena. Auto. And the auto has got a 10. Nice. There you go. Topps Chrome 9.5 across the board on the Randy Arozarena. That's another nice one there. Stadium Club Chrome 9.5 across the board. Very nice. Some better grades coming in here for you on these now. That's a nice one. Next up, what do we got? We got Logan Wyatt. Logan Wyatt, Bowman Platinum. Bowman Platinum auto, a 10 on your auto. And a 9. 9 on that one. So you got 9 on the corners, 9 on the surface, 9.5 on the edges, and a 9 on the centering. On the Logan Wyatt, Bowman Platinum auto. All right, next up for you. One second here. I'm sorry. I screwed this up, guys. I'm sorry. I screwed this up here. That is not John Quinney's. The previous one that we opened was actually Dustin Wilson's. My bad. I don't know why I read that off. My sincere apologies. That was not John. Those were Dustin Wilson's. So the Makar Obsidian script, the Kale Makar Young Guns, the Joe Sakic, the Kessel, the Stamkos, the Hughes, and the Hart. Those were Dustin Wilson's, not John Quinney's. My apologies there. Sorry for the confusion. Yeah, getting them slabbed is always a great idea, Tyler. If you get your cards slabbed, that's a great idea. All right, next up, we have another Alexis Lafreniere. Another Alexis Lafreniere for John. And another 9.5. Nice. So 9.5 on everything except the corners, which got a 9. So 9.5 across the board. So yeah, if you're interested in sending anything in, let me know. Be happy to help out there, Tyler. Next up, we got a Connor McDavid. Connor McDavid, Portrait Rookies. What do we got? Nice. 9.5. Connor McDavid, Portrait Rookies. Everything is 9.5, but the centering, which came in at a 9. So 9.5 on everything but the centering. Nice grade. Next up, we got a couple of Pavel Bure rookies. Pavel Bure rookies. And we have a 9 on the first one. So 9.5 on everything except the edging, which came in at an 8.5. So 9 on all but the edging, which came in at an 8.5. The portraits, Ricky. Edwin, I would think at least $100. I would think at least $100 on that McDavid. Next up, we got the other Pavel. And this one, unfortunately, is coming in at an 8. This is the Young Guns. So the surface an 8, centering a 9, edges an 8, and the corners an 8.5. So this one, a little bit of a tougher one here. Young Guns, Pavel Bure with an 8. No 10 yet. Come on, I want to get a 10 today. Can today be the day? Next up, we have an ingrained remnants, Sidney Crosby. Sidney Crosby. And I believe he just wanted this one slabbed. So this one was just simply slabbed. So there was no grade on this. So there's your Sidney Crosby, nicely slabbed. Beautiful card there. Beautiful card on the remnants. Sidney Crosby, auto, out of 15. And lastly, we have a VIP black auto of Elias Pettersson. The auto got a 9 and a 9 on the card. So surface 9, corners 9, centering and edges 9.5. Not bad. 9 all around there. VIP black auto. There you go, John. Pretty solid grades, buddy. Pretty solid. All right, next up, we're going to do Kevin Singh. So Kevin Singh is up next. Good luck, Kevin. We're going to start things off for you with an Olli Juolevi Young Gun Canvas. Olli Juolevi Young Gun Canvas for the Vancouver Canucks. And we're coming in with a solid start, buddy. 9.5. So everything was 9.5 except the surface, which ended up being a 10. So we got you a 10 on the surface on the Olli Juolevi Young Gun Canvas. Very nice. Next up, we have a Michael DiPietro Young Gun Canvas. Michael DiPietro. And another 9.5 Young Gun Canvas. Michael DiPietro. So a 10 on the surface again. Centering and corners 9.5 and the edges a 9. That's your Young Gun Canvas, Michael DiPietro. Next up, we have a Jordan Kyrou Young Gun Exclusives. Jordan Kyrou. That one's coming in at an 8.5. 9 on the corners, 8 on the edges, centering 9.5, and a surface 9. Jordan Kyrou. Young Gun Exclusives. Next up, I think we got a Jordan Kyrou Clear Cut Young Gun. Jordan Kyrou Clear Cut. Nice. 9.5. Wow. Another one. This is tied with the Danton Heinen for our best graded cards tonight. Jordan Kyrou Clear Cut, getting a 10 on the edges, a 10 on the corners, 9.5 surface, and a 9.5 on the centering. Very, very nice. That's a nice one there. 9.5. Next up, we have Jordan Kyrou. I think this is a silver foil Young Gun. Yes, it is. And another 9.5. All across the board. 9.5. Silver foil Young Gun. Some nice grades coming in here. Jordan Kyrou. Next up, Jake Virtanen, Young Gun Canvas. Jake Virtanen, Young Gun Canvas, another 9.5. Another one that was just one away from being a 10. Edges and centering, 9.5. Corners and surface, a 10. Dang. I got a feeling we're going to hit a 10 today. I got a feeling. Hopefully I'm right. Next up, we got a Roberto Luongo rookie, Young Guns, Roberto Luongo, and that one's coming in at a 9. Roberto Luongo, Young Guns, 9. So corners 8.5, surface 9.5, centering 9.5, and edges a 9. Roberto Luongo. And another Jordan Kyrou. Is this just a regular Young Gun? Yes, it is. And another 9.5 across the board. 9.5 all across the board. Not bad. Pretty solid. Pretty solid, Kevin. I'd be pretty pleased with that. All right, next up, we move along. We got Matt Rosengren. Matt Rosengren is up next. Good luck, buddy. Lots of baseball in this one. Lots of baseball. One sec here. All right, these are all Matt's. First up, we have an Asa Lacy auto. The auto got a 10. Nice. 9.5. First Bowman green refractor, 10, 10, and 9.5 and 9.5. My goodness. Another one. Just one more. Come on. Just one more 10, and we would have had our first 10. Dang it. Man, so close. Beautiful, though. 9.5. All right, next up, we got a Ice Premiers, Quinn Hughes out of 99. And another 9.5. Very nice, Matt. Off to a great start, buddy. 9.5 on the surface, on the corners, on the centering, and a 10 on the edges. Great start. Next up, we have an Elias Pettersson Ultimate Rookie Auto. 10. And what do we have? Ooh, that one's coming in at an 8. That one's coming in at an 8. So we got corners and edges at an 8, surface 9, and centering 9.5. A little bit of a tough grade there on the Pettersson. Next up, we'll go over to a Brewstar Gratterall. Brewstar Gratterall Bowman auto. A 10 on the auto. And another 9.5. Very nice, buddy. The baseball cards are coming through right now. 9.5 across the board. Brewstar Gratterall. Very nice. Next up, we'll do a Alexis Lafreniere, Young Guns. Alexis Lafreniere, Young Guns. And ouch, a 9 only. 9 on the corners, 9 on the edges, 9.5 on the surface, and a 9 on the sorry, a 9, yeah. Corners and edges 9, 9.5 on surface and centering. It's only a 9 on the Laffy. Next up, Connor McDavid Stature Auto. So we got a 10 on the auto and a 9.5. Sick. 9.5 on the Connor McDavid. Everything but the centering. Centering coming in at a 9 there. Beauty. Connor McDavid. That's a huge one right there. Boom. Very nice. Next up, we have Asa Lacey again. Another Asa Lacey auto. A 10 on the auto and 9.5 across the board again. 9.5 across the board on the Asa Lacey. Very nice. These baseball autos are coming through for you. All right, next up, we got a Cale Makar. Checking one thing, just bear with me for a moment. Yeah, Cale Makar. Young Guns. And it's coming in at a 9. 9. So 9 on the edges, 9 on the corners, 9.5 on the surface and the centering. So 9 on the Makar. Next up, Igor Shesterkin. Igor Shesterkin, Young Guns. And that's going to come in at, nice, a 9.5. Igor Shesterkin, 9.5. Corners, surface, centering, and a 9 on the edges. Yeah, send them over. Send them over, Matt. Would love to send them in for you. Igor Shesterkin. All right, let's hope for a big one here. We got an Adam Fox, Clear Cut Young Guns. Adam Fox, Clear Cut Young Guns. And another, oh, so close. So close. 9.5 on surface, on centering, and a 10 on the corner, and a 10 on the edges. Oh, man. So close. All right, we got Spencer Torkelson, 9 on the auto, 9.5 overall. So you got 9.5 on the edges, on the centering, on the corners, and a 9 on the surface. Hey, Fred. Yours are in the next one, number 5, okay? Yours will be in number 5. Next up, we got Sam Huff. Sam Huff. Wow, another 9.5. Sam Huff, blue refractor. 10 on the edges, 10 on the corners, 9.5 on the surface, and a 9 on the centering. Yeah, you're absolutely killing it with these baseball cards. Very nice. One more. We got AJ Vukovic. AJ Vukovic coming in at a 9. Our first one that's a little bit lower for baseball. Surface 9.5, edges 9.5, 9 and 9 on the corners and surface. So a 9 on the AJ Vukovic. Nice gold refractor. Two more for you. Another Spencer Torkelson. Actually, you know what? We're going to start with the Nick Suzuki. Nick Suzuki Young Guns. Let's do that. And Suzuki, coming in at an 8.5. Edges an 8, centering and surface were 9.5, and the corners a 9. So the edges were the issue on this guy. 8.5. Yeah, the hockey's been the one that's been kind of disappointing the most here. That's disappointing on the Suzuki. And then we're going to finish her off here with the Spencer Torkelson. And what do we got here? A 9. First Bowman, 9. 9.5 on the corners and the surface, centering on the 9 and centering and edges a 9. Spencer Torkelson. And something I have noticed, and I'm not trying to pump my tires on this, but for the people who did choose to pay a little extra for the cleaning, I have noticed our surfaces have been pretty solid. A lot of 9.5s for those who got that little extra. It really does help because you know what? It may not be like, we're not only talking scratches, but fingerprints, anything like that will affect your card. So if you got fingerprints and such on the cards, that can affect the surface grade. So I do recommend that if you are sending in with me. I do give them an extra look over as well. And if there's anything that's really bad that sticks out, I will tell you right away not to grade it. Yeah, anything that I notice that is really rough, I will tell you. I'm not going to make you, spend the money on that. If I think something isn't going to grade well, at least I'll give you my opinion. All right. Before we go to Mike DeMarco's epic 62 cards, we'll take a peek at mine. All right, these are cards that I personally submitted. Wish me luck. Wish me luck. Cards I personally submitted. All right, starting things off, we have a Nick Robertson Young Guns. Nick Robertson Young Guns. Come on. A 9. Nick Robertson, 9. 9.5 on the corners, edges, centering, and the surface, a 9. So Nick Robertson Young Guns, 9. So this will be available if anyone's interested in the Nick Robertson. That will be available. Next up, we have a Peyton Craves French Young Gun. Peyton Craves French Young Gun coming in at a 9. Peyton Craves. So we got 9.5 on the corners, 9 on the edges, 9 on the centering, and a 9 on the surface. Again, that will be available. Peyton Craves. Not what I've been hoping for so far. Next up, we had a retro Future Watch auto of Quinn Hughes that went in. 9.5 on the auto and a 9 on the card itself. 9.5 corners, 9.5 surface, 9 on the edges, 9 on the centering. That will be available as well. $248 out of $399. Future Watch retro Quinn Hughes. Another card I'll put up. All right. Next up, we got Nick Robertson. Nick Robertson, Young Gun Canvas. And there we go. That's a little more like it. 9.5. So we got a 9.5 on the corners, on the edges, 9 a surface, and the centering a 10. My first 9.5. Nick Robertson, Young Gun Canvas. That was also going to be available. All right, next up, baseball. Austin Wells, Bowman Best. Austin Wells, a 9. The best of 2020 out of 50. Austin Wells, 9.5 corners, edges, and a 9 on the surface and the centering. Another one that will be available, Austin Wells. Austin Wells. Next up, Michael DiPietro. Michael DiPietro, Young Gun. And that's coming in at a 9. 9.5, corners, surface, edges, 9, centering, 9. Mikey DiPietro, Young Guns. Another one that will be available. Next up, Jake Edinger. Jake Edinger, Young Guns, and that's a nice one, 9.5. So the surface a 10, centering a 9, edges and the corners a 9.5. Another one that will be available, Jake Edinger, Young Guns. 2 more. Next up, we got a Seismic Gold rookie for Pavel Zacha. Pavel Zacha, nice, 9.5. 9.5 on the corners, on the surface, on the edges, and a 9 on the centering. Another one that's going to be available, Pavel Zacha, Seismic Gold. And my final submission was a Nico Hischier Artifacts at a 99 rookie. Nico Hischier, a 9 on that. 9.5 on the corners and the centering, 9 on the surface, and an 8.5 on the edges. Nico Hischier out of 99. Some tough grades there. Tough grades. Again, that's also available. Dang it. I was hoping for some more 9.5s. Didn't get them. All right, well, we move on. Mike DeMarco. Good luck, sir. All right, starting us off, Tua Tagovailoa. We got a Panini Prism Draft Picks. Boom, 9.5. Wow, that's a great way to start things off. All right, shoot me a DM, Doug, and maybe we can work something out on the Robertson. Yeah, shoot me a DM on that, Doug. Nice. 9.5 across the board on the Tua. Very nice, Mike. 9.5. Wow, that's a view. Next up, Carter Hart, Young Gun. Carter Hart, Young Gun. Coming in at a 9. So 9 on the corners, 9 on the edges, 9.5 on the surface and the centering. Carter Hart, Young Guns. Next up, we got a Cale Makar. Cale Makar, Young Gun. Nice. 9.5 across the board. That's a nice one, Mike. 9.5s across the board on the Cale Makar Young Guns. Very nice. Cody Glass, Young Gun Canvas. Nice. Another 9.5 across the board. Mike, off to a great start here. 9.5s all around on the Cody Glass. Next up, Nick Suzuki. Nick Suzuki, Young Gun Canvas. Nice again, 9.5 across the board on the Nick Suzuki. 9.5 across the board. Nick Suzuki. Wonderful start, Mike. Next up, we got a Nick Robertson. CHL Star Rookies Red. And that one's coming in at a 9. Edges 9, corners 9, surface and centering 9.5. Nick Robertson. Next up, we got Jerry Judy. Gridiron Kings. And that, unfortunately, is coming in at an 8.5. 8.5. Surface, 9.5. Centering, 9.5. The edges and the corners being an 8.5 and an 8. Here we go. And nice. 9.5. Even got a 10. 10 on the surface. The only one that was a 9 was the edges. So corners and centering, 9.5. And we got a rookie scripts auto of Jordan Love. Jordan Love. And another nice one, 9.5. $9.5 on the corners and the centering and the edges and a 9 on the surface. Sorry, I had to have a bite of a granola bar here. My stomach is just really upset because I haven't eaten anything in a while, so I need to get a little something in my belly. Jordan Love, rookie scripts, Mosaic. Very nice. Another 9.5. I'd say very, very good start, Mike. All right, we'll start here. Mitch Marner, Program of Excellence. Canvas. And another nice one, 9.5. Surface, centering, edges, 9.5. Corners, a 10. Next up, we got Victor Olofsson, Young Guns. Victor Olofsson. And another 9.5. 9.5 all around. Michael, you're doing great, buddy. Killing it. Next up, we got Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes, Young Guns. And another 9.5. A 10 on the corners, 9.5 on everything else. Congrats, buddy. The 9.5s keep coming. Oops, sorry. We got a Drew Lock. Pen Pals auto, Drew Lock. 10 on the auto. And an 8 on the card. Ooh, and only an 8. So 8 on the corners, 8.5 surface, 8 on the edges, and a 9.5 on the centering on the Pen Pals. Drew Lock. Next up, we have a Lewis Robert. Lewis Robert. And a nice 9.5, the man. Lewis Robert, 9.5 on all but the edges. Next up, we got Ronald Osuna Jr. Ronald Osuna Jr. And another 9.5. Sick. 9.5 across the board. Ronald Osuna. Very nice. Next up, another Ronald Osuna. Topps Gallery. Topps Gallery. And another 9.5 on the corners, on the edges, on the surface, and a 9 on the centering. Another Ronald Osuna. And this one's going to be a 9. Walk this way. So 9 on the corners, on the surface, 9.5 on the centering, and an 8.5 on the edges. Nine on that one. Next up, Drew Lock. Drew Lock at a 50. Auto. Auto got you a 10. And another 9.5 across the board. Across the board, 9.5s. Man, have we been seeing that number come up lots tonight. Next up, Noah Fant, auto. 10 on the autograph. And a 9.5 on the card. Again, 9.5s all around. 9.5s all around. Jerry Jeudy out of 10 auto. And another 9.5 across the board. 9.5. Wow. Man, killing it with these 9.5s. Next up, we got a Mitch Marner canvas, Team Canada. Mitch Marner, Team Canada. What else? Another 9.5. 9.5 across the board. Now, Mitch Marner, Young Guns. Mitch Marner, Young Guns. And another 9.5. 3 9.5s and a 9 on the corners. We got a Blake Lizotte, clear-cut Young Gun. Blake Lizotte, clear-cut Young Gun. And this one's coming in at a 9. So the corners were a 10, the surface an 8.5, the edges a 10, and the centering a 9.5. So there must be something on there with the, again, this is the sort of that acetate surface, which is sometimes very tough. There are sometimes the minimal grading scratches that are just in from the print. So unfortunately, only an 8.5 on that. That one's a bit surprising. Next up, Victor Olofsson. And a 9. So you got 9 on the edges and the corners, and 9.5 on the centering, and 9.5 on the surface. Next up, Taro Hirose, matte pink auto from O-Pee-Chee Platinum. So the 10 on the auto and a 9.5 on the card. Everything 9.5 except the edges coming in at a 9. Taro Hirose. Next up, Teddy Bluger, red prism auto. Teddy Bluger. So the auto got a 9 and the card got a 9. So surface, corners 9.5, edges and centering a 9. Teddy Bluger. Next up, we have a Drew Lock. I think that's a metal card here. Drew Lock auto, a 9 on the auto, and a 9 on the card. So you got surface is an 8.5, corner is 9.5, edges a 10, and the centering a 9.5. Again, with the actual metal card, it's hard for that almost to be flawless because it's a piece of metal. It's only an 8.5, unfortunately, on the Drew Lock. Next up, we have an All-American Drew Lock Leaf card. And this is coming in at a 9.5. 9.5 on everything but the edges. 9.5. Next up, CD Lamb, Prism Draft Picks auto. The auto getting a 10 and a 9.5 on the card. Wow, nice. Very nice. 9.5 on everything. Yeah, all 4 getting a 9.5. That's a beautiful card. CD Lamb. Next up, TJ Hawkinson auto. TJ Hawkinson. And that one's getting a 9. So 9.5 on the centering and the surface, and a 9 on the edges and corners a 9 and edges 8.5. Next up, we got another Young Gun. This one is Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes Young Guns. And that's a 9.5. Very nice. 9.5 across the board. Jack Hughes. Another Jack Hughes. And another 9.5. And the edges got a 10 on that one. So 110. The rest 9.5s. Pretty solid. Jack Hughes. Another Jack Hughes. And another 9.5. Everything but the edges coming in at a 9.5. So 3 9.5s. Next up, we have a Ronald Acuna. Holiday. 9.5. Very nice. Corners, surface, centering, all 9.5s, and the edges a 10. Still awaiting that elusive 10, though. Another Ronald Acuna, Holiday again, and another 9.5. Oh, so close. 10 on the corners, 10 on the edges, 9.5 on the surface, and a 9.5 on the centering. So close to a 10 on that Acuna. Oh. And a Jack Hughes Young Gun Canvas coming in at a 9.5. 9.5 on everything but the edges, swinging in at a 9. One more box to go, Mike. Pretty solid. I'd be pretty happy with the overall grades there. Very few 9s or less. We'll start things off with a Shohei Ohtani. And that's one of the holidays again. And again, a 9.5. Again, just one away. One grade away. Surface and centering 9.5, and the corners and the edges a 10. Oh, man, can't we just get one? At least one. Next up, what do we got here? Project 2020. Project 2020. That's going to be a 9.5. Mike Trout, very nice. 9.5 across the board. Mike Trout. Next up, we got Jerry Jeudy. We got a 10 on the auto. And unfortunately, an 8.5 all around on that one. Surface 9.5 and the centering 9.5, but the corners were an 8.5 and the edges an 8. Next up, Nick Suzuki. Nick Suzuki, matte pink. Auto. Fortunately, the auto is only an 8.5 on that one. But the card itself is a 9.5 across the board. Very nice. Across the board, 9.5. Next up, Kirby Doc auto. Ooh, an 8 on that auto. An 8 on the auto. But a 9.5 on the card. 9.5 on everything. And it's because these, some of them are faded. You can tell they had a real issue this year with the autos on these. Real issue with the auto. Just seems like the pens they were using were not very good. Next up, Dominic Kubalik. Matte pink auto. Another 8 on the auto, and another 9.5 on the card. 9.5 on all but the edges. Next up, we have an Austin Matthews. Austin Matthews rookie. And a 9.5. Very nice. 9.5 on the Rainbow Matthews. 10 on the corners, 9.5 on the centering and surface, and a 9 on the edges. Another nice card, 9.5, Matthews. Next up, Ilya Mikheyev. Ilya Mikheyev, young gun. Another 9.5 for you. Across the board, 9.5. Next up, we got Cody Glass, Clear Cut Young Guns. Cody Glass. And another 9.5. Again, one away. One away. Corners and edges, a 10. And the centering and the surface, a 9.5. Crying out loud. Next up, Vladimir Tarasenko, Young Guns. And he's going to come in at a 9. So all but the surface were 9s, and the surface was a 9.5. Surface 9.5, everything else a 9. We got Nick Suzuki, matte pink. And that one's coming in at a 9. So corners and surface 9.5, and the centering and the edges a 9. This is a matte pink Quinn Hughes. Matte pink Hughes, nice, 9.5. on everything but the surface, which came in at a 9 on that one. 9 on the surface. Everything else, 9.5. Taro Rossi, Emerald Surge. Emerald Surge, 9.5. 10 on the corners, 9.5 edges, surface, 9 on the centering. Another 9.5. Another Jack Hughes Young Guns. We did well with him earlier. 9.5s on all of them, and we're making it 4. 10 on the surface, 9.5 on the corners and the centering, and a 9 on the edges. Dominic Kubalik, Young Gun Canvas. Kubalik. 9.5 on everything except the edges. The edges came in at an 8.5 on this one. Edges, 8.5. Next up, William Nylander Young Guns. 9.5 on everything but the edges. 9 on your edges, 9.5s. That's the hot number for Mike. William Nylander coming up next. I'm not going to take these out of the ears. I'm just going to leave these in here. 9.5s across the board on the Nylander. That's because we're coming to the end here. Next up, we got a Nazem Kadri. Nazem Kadri Young Guns. And that's coming in at a 9. So 9.5 on the surface and the centering, and everything else was a 9. Next up, Nathan McKinnon, Upper Deck Canvas Young Guns. Coming in at a 9. So you got 9.5 on the surface and the centering, and 9 on the corner and the edges. No, nobody else had a 4.5, Corey, but also nobody else submitted a vintage card like that. Next up, Mikko Rantanen Young Guns. That's nice. 9.5 on everything but the edges. 9.5. Andrei Svechnikov Young Guns. 9. Ooh, everything was a 9 on that one except the centering, which was a 9.5. Try Svechnikov again. That's a little more like it. 9.5 on everything but the edges. Next up, Kirby Dach. 9.5 on everything but the edges. 9.5, Kirby Dach. Next up, Cody Glass. Cody Glass. 9.5 on all but the corners on this one. Corners had a 9. Yeah, they did a really good job with that, for sure. William Nylander, Young Gun Canvas, and they're 9.5 on all but the edges. And last but not least, we have a Joe Burrow Mosaic Pink Camo. Centering and the corners 9.5, edges and surface a 9. Not a single 10 in over 100 cards. I think this submission was about 120 cards. Not a single 10. So that goes to show you how tough it is to get a 10. If you get a 10 with MNT, you know you absolutely killed it. But overall, Mike, I think you did very well. Very, very well. Pretty much everything was 9.5. Almost everything we had for you was a 9.5. So I'd say a pretty successful submission there, Mike. Congrats, buddy. Again, thank you to all who submitted with me. I appreciate you guys using me as your group submission person. Mike saying 2 cards are missing. What cards are missing, Mike? Can you tell me what cards are you saying are missing, Mike? Kirby Dach Premier. Yes, I did resubmit that. That is correct. That is correct. I did resubmit that premiere. Okay, I'm going to make a note of that right now. I will make a note of that right now. Just give me a second here. I'm going to make a note of that. I'll contact MNT and find out what's, because that's all that was in that box there. Okay, just give me a second. Yeah, I remember that very clearly, Mike. I remember that one clearly, the red prism. Okay, I'll contact MNT. They're probably closed until Monday, but I'll contact them for you in regards to that dock. And the Makar. All right. Again, thanks everybody. Mike here, Flying V Cards and Breaks. I'm going to wish you guys a great rest of your evening here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the submission reveal. And again, any of the cards that I personally had, if anyone's interested in anything, let me know. Mine are going to be available. None of those are going to end up in my PC. I think the next submission 5, I think I had some more actual ones that would end up in the PC. So anything available there if anyone's interested. And again, our next submission will go out probably mid-August. So get your cards in, $32 Canadian. That includes standard return shipping to you and to MNT as well. Would love to get some more nice cards in. So start sending those over to me. And yeah, and hopefully we'll get another big shipment going in for August. So again, have a great Friday night, everybody. Mike here, Flying V Cards and Breaks. Thanks for tuning in.